Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to test API asynchronous code, and it is going to be very important because we usually from React we usually make API calls and we never test those calls. But now we are going to test those calls and on a real-time project. So let's get started, guys. Before we jump to our real code, I want to say if you have not subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe to my channel. Channel name is Aamir, and this is a complete playlist, the complete reactjs developer course, and I have uploaded uh, almost all cover all the topics in the react so that you can become a champion in reactjs. And if you have not downloaded the source code, you can download the source code files here. I have uploaded all the projects on which I have worked on. So let's get started, guys. So guys, here in our example, I have already added one ap async call. You can see here on the use effect, you can see my previous video, you will understand the use effect. Whenever the page loads for the first time, that means it is going to get some data from this URL, and then it's going to set this data in this use state. And from this use state post, I'm going to map these records, and one by one, I'm going to add this record on the list header. I'm going to show the post titles. So let's check this out. If you go on the Google, just write JSON placeholder API. Here you can find the fake data and just go in the post here. We have 100 posts and titles. Just check this out. And so here you can see we have that's working fine. So now guys, we are going to add some test calls here. So I'm going to say async dot test. I've already told you why I'm adding the test files here. So now I'm going to test if our page, wherever our page get loads, uh, at the very first time it is not going to have data. So when we have data, it is going to tell us that now you have a data and data is successfully loaded. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to describe it, and API async component. This is actually a group in which whatever the function I write in this or test case in this describe, it will be the part of this group. Okay. And now the second argument is as anomalous functions. So I'm going to say async, and here I'm going to write test. Name of the test, what this test is going to do, renders posts if request succeeds. Okay, great guys. And now I'm going to say here async. I'm going to remove async from here. We need to write in the test case. And now I'm going to say it. Very cool. Here I need to pass, you all know I have discussed three things: arrange, act, and asserts. So first I'm going to arrange these things. I'm going to say render. And here I'm going to say the name of the component. The name of the component is async. Looks good. Like this. Put it. Very cool. So this is basically the arrangement. And the second thing is we are going to actually act some logic, but in our case we do not have anything to act. So we will show some data whenever the data get loads. So I'm going to say const. And if I go here, so here you can see the list items. So that means for the very first time we are going to have the list of 0 items. So now I'm going to say list items count, and I'm going to say screen. I need to write screen here. And here I'm going to say find all by roles. Find all by role, that means all the list items on this page. So I'm going to say list items. Okay, great. And expect, here I'm going to say expect list item count dot not to have length 0. Okay, so this code actually tells us that first it's going to render this component and then it's going to say on this screen, find all the roles with type list items, right guys? And then we are going to say check it's not going to have a length 0. That means our data get loads. But guys, for the very first time when our page get loads, it is not, it is going to have a 0 list items because it is first it is go to API. In that particular time, our test case is going to run. So I'm going to say right here, await like this. Okay. Now I'm going to test this. Just check this out and see how it works. It's loading. It's render the control, then it's count the list item on the page, and then we check that list item size is not going to be 0. It needs to have some record on our page. Now it's running both hello test as well as API async test as well as. So it's taking a bit time. So you can see here there is one case which get fails. Okay, so we need to find out the reason. Find all by rule. Now there's a spelling mistake. Two time all. I'm going to rerun this. And if we again, you can see here AP async is also running and hello is also running. It's running all the cases. Okay, great. So now you can see here one again one case get okay. So what was the issue here now? Screen dot find all. There's some issue with this. So now we need to fix this. And I'm going to check this out why it's actually going to fail this case again. If there's some issue with the imports, it looks good. And then I'm going to say await. It looks fine to me. And then, okay, great guys. I'm going to check this. Everything looks good to me. Cons, okay, async, okay, fine, looks good. It looks okay. Okay, great. So definitely there's some typo mistake. So now you can see here, all our cases get passed. We have two suites because one was in the hello test. This is suite number one hello component, and the second suite is actually API sync. And you can see here API sync component, and here I have one test, and here I have two tests. Test number one and test number two, and here I have one test. So three test cases get passed and two suites get passed. So this is how we can actually test the API sync. I'm going to explain this again. Whenever this component gets loads, it will wait for all the list items until the page gets loads, because for the very first time, use effect will make a call to API and it will load the data. And once we get the data, it is going to say that list item count not do not have length 0. If it had length 0, that means we have not get the data from the API. So that's it from today's video. I hope it is going to be very helpful for you. And guys, this is all about our testing videos on reactjs. So if you need to go in more detail, you can explore this website jest. Here you can find out how you actually need to write the comparison codes, how you can write the logics. Just go in the documents, jest.i, and go in the documents, and here you can find on the document, you can see you can write the use measures, how you can write the use measures, how you can write some extra code objects assignments, how you can test the asynchronous code like the one we have just did, how you can make this fetch data and await those data, how you can actually understand all these things. And there have some mock functions as well, as you can explore all these things. And if you want to work some on the behavior, so you can also do this. Just go in the Google and type React testing library. Here you can find out the core API things like queries, because in the previous video we have covered the queries, about queries by role. If you want to get by role, by text, by label text, you can explore all this. API core functionalities, and as well as you can explore some other functionalities for region testing, native testing. And if you go in the ecosystem, here you'll find some very helpful libraries, like we have covered few ones, and you can explore some Jazz DOM and some React Select event. And I will also recommend you Hook library as well as for ecosystem. That is going to be really helpful, you guys. So thank you very much, guys. If you have any question, please reach out to me, like and subscribe and comment on these videos. I hope you are enjoying this video. Keep watching my video. Keep separating these videos with your friends who want to learn React design, become champion in React. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.